Welcome everyone. Hail to my fellow Selvan citizens. I am I.D.G. Curry, and I would like to present to you the official Shogun of the Heavens YouTube channel, where we will be walking the path in each chapter of Book 1, Fall of Immortals. Narrating this thrilling, action-packed, and dramatic fantasy will be yours truly, I.D.G. Curry, aka, for these sample readings, the Prophet of Pagulane. Now, without further ado, enter with me as we plummet to Gaia and into Book 1, Fall of Immortals. Prophet, proceed. On the night 3 stars soared the cosmos and 3 immortals fell from heaven. The agent of chaos chose his path, and the champion of order chose to pursue that path. The third to fall landed in an open field near a tavern, miles further east, where a well-traveled merchant was resting before his return journey home. Armin prayed nightly that his wife, Tabitha, would bless him with a son, completing his happy home. For many years, they have waited, prayed, and offered sacrifices to be blessed with a child. He burnt incense while making offerings of molasses, white jasmine, and watermelon faithfully and consistently. Hope was nearly lost when Tabitha had conceived once, yet the resulting miscarriage nearly brought their marriage to ruin. As he was concluding his worship to Yamaya, Armin saw an orb of light land in the field across from the tavern. Curiosity led him, and he ventured out to the field, where Armin found the child. A baby boy, draped in what Armin could only assume was exotic cloth, glowing and surprisingly, not crying. Newly arrived in the world and already showing no sign of fear. He picks up the child, bewildered and in awe. Armin's shock is replaced by fear, however, as he hears a growling in the bushes. He tried to discern the source of the sound as its origin drew near, snapping bushes as it approached. Armin coddled the child and began to retreat as slowly and quietly as he could. He heard the creature sniffing and grunting, following the scent that drew its hunger. Something was luring the creature towards him. Then Armin realized he did not cleanse himself of his ritual prayers and still carried the scent of the sacrifices on his clothing. The moonlight illuminated the field as it concluded its dance with the clouds. Then fear gripped Armin's gut as a large paw parted the bushes, revealing a large bear. His knees shaking, the child gripped tightly in his arms. Armin shot himself fleeing. His feet hit the ground with the force of a blacksmith's hammer, and he ran with the speed of a desperate rabbit chased by a wolf. Tears began filling his eyes as he realized a bear trailed behind him, roaring loudly as Armin felt his body vibrate from its hungry cry. Armin's legs gave out as he stumbled to the ground with the bear on his heels. Rattling in fear, Armin clutched the child, trying to protect him from the bear. The bear swept its massive paw, leaving claw marks on Armin's back, knocking him to the side like a small toy. The bear rose several feet over Armin's head, and the lunar light glared off the bear's eyes ominously. Like some evil sent to claim their lives. Satisfied by playing with its meal, the bear opened its powerful jaws, then rushed in to satiate its craving. Armin suddenly became enveloped in pure light. At first, he believed he had joined his ancestors and his journey was at an end. However, as Armin squinted his eyes, he realized the light was emanating from the child. The warm, overwhelming light positioned itself between Armin and the bear. The large bear, now back on all four paws, roared at the light blinding its senses, then turned away and retreated bitterly at the lost meal. Armin was amazed and slack-jawed. He then decided to adopt the child as his own, a well-received gift from Yamaya. He then named the child Amsha, for he was a gift of light. Armin spent the rest of the night preparing for his departure, setting off for his home of Enam Kona in the southern region of the Darkland. Days after leaving Bastia, many miles south of Zara's mission, Zaldin and Xanatos rest at an alehouse, where they await Zara's return. The rain gave them misfortune on this cloudy night, giving them cause to take shelter. If we were to get drunk enough to wager, how long would you wager it will take for Zara to return with your storybook? Asked Zaldin as the pair emptied mugs to pass the time. It is a coven of witches, after all. She may be gone several days. Xanatos chuckled in his mug. As much as I dislike admitting it, War Marshal, if I were drunk enough, I would wager she's on her way back already. Xanatos' bet caused Zaldin to choke, laughing on his ale. Her nature will not allow her to be gone too long. She most likely will take measures to succeed quickly so that I do not have much opportunity to outshine her, he elaborated. In the midst of their conversation, Zaldin and Xanatos are unaware of the figure watching them in the corner of the room. Travelers filled the tables while drunken companions joined in song and dance as the music spread warmth through a brisk wet night. A satyr sat leaning against the window, looking at the sprinkles of water hitting the glass and occasionally glancing over to the bar. Satyrs usually roam fields in search of lone maidens or reckless nymphs that may get caught astray. This one was wearing armor, and a spear of fine craftsmanship leaned against the wall beside him. This satyr was a mercenary by appearance. They were typically found in Greece, and this one seemed to be on a job. The figure in the corner rises from his table and begins walking over to Zaldin and Xanatos. He was covered in a cheap brown tarp, wet from the rain. He was nearly twice the size of the average man and as broad as a carriage. He had a metal band that held up his long loincloth, which hung down to his shins, and wore metal shin guards above two large, bare feet. Whatever it is, traveler, that you think I have to offer you, I do not. Though what I bring is a gift that none living desire, Zaldin stated to the large creature standing next to him as the stranger dripped water on Zaldin's shoes. You do have something I want. You are familiar to me. I recognize you from the staging area, said the stranger. I remember you as well. Marshal, this was one of the slaves we freed during the Bastia contract, Xanatos added. My name is Magnus. I am a Kungan, so let that be the last time you call me anything else, replied Magnus. Firstly, I thank you for freeing me. I was near death in the desert when the slavers found me and sold me in Bastia. I am in your debt, which leads me to my request. Zaldin paused to hear the Kungan's proposal. Fight me. You did single-handedly what many could not. Dozens of men were in that cave, and even more went in after, though your company was the only one to emerge alive. I owe you my life, so you owe me the chance to fight for it. Shogun of the Heavens Book 1 is available on Amazon and Amazon Kindle or for order at your local Barnes & Noble's bookstore. The Amazon link to purchase the book is in the description of the video. Behold, as we all dive into the world of myths and fiction. Book 2, The Throne Crusher, is still set to be released on December 9th, 2024. This installment changes the tempo of the story, allowing us to go deeper into popular role characters who will now step to the forefront of this epic tale. On this channel, we will be providing you a series of samples read from the Shogun of the Heavens book series and complemented by visuals from the story as envisioned by the author. Please like and share the video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Then, while you're at it, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where you can compare our competing galleries of artworks brought to life from the story. Thank you.